This week I'm taking you on another trip with British Airways, but this time we're flying from London City Airport to Barcelona on board their CityFlyer product. I remortgaged my house for a salad bowl, look out with a row all to myself, and start my very own pub experience in the sky. One of the best things about London City Airport is its unbeatable accessibility from central London. Today I'm travelling from King's Cross St Pancras via Bank and the DLR, and the whole journey takes just under 30 minutes. No wonder it's a top choice for both business and leisure travellers. Well, a very good morning from London City Airport. Now, it's quite cold, quite windy, and the takeoff is always steep out of here, so I think it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. Well, I'm flying today with British Airways on their CityFlyer service down to Barcelona. Now, what is CityFlyer, I hear you ask? Well, if you stick around and watch the video, I'll go into much more detail. So without further ado, let's get inside and get this journey started down to Barcelona. Now, London City is not the airport you want to turn up to 4 hours in advance of your flight, as there's no lounge facilities and it can get very busy. Now, I have departed here before just 40 minutes prior to departure, although I'd probably say that 90 minutes is around the sweet spot if you're the stressy type. There's lots of seats with universal power and USB-A charging facilities throughout the terminal, as well as this new beauty salon. Pre-flight massage, anyone? Before we board though, let's take a quick look at the airline behind today's flight, and that's BA CityFlyer. So CityFlyer was launched in 2007 as a wholly owned subsidiary of British Airways, specifically to operate short-haul services from London City Airport. Its creation followed BA's takeover of regional carrier BMed and was part of a strategic move to strengthen BA's presence in the niche business travel market. The airline operates a fleet of Embraer E-jets, ideal for London City's steep approach and short runway, offering speed, efficiency and comfort en route across the UK and Europe. Over the years, CityFlyer has built a reputation for punctuality and premium service, catering to both business and leisure travellers looking for quick access to the heart of London. Today's route to Barcelona is one of several seasonal leisure destinations which have been added in recent years, reflecting how BA CityFlyer has grown beyond its corporate roots into a more versatile operator, all while maintaining that signature British Airways polish. As I sat at the gate waiting for my flight to board, the weather took a real turn and started to rain quite heavily. I headed to Pret-a-Manger to get some lunch and opted for a chicken salad, cookie and a bottle of water, which came to an eye-watering £13.30. Prices inflated from other retail sites due to it being in a special location, or so I'm told by the staff. Anyhow, if you're lucky, you'll get to observe the special manoeuvre that all aircraft do here at London City, meaning they don't need to be pushed back off stand and can simply start up and taxi right away. Boarding is well organised as ever here at London City, with no boarding not boarding in play or any delays to navigate. I made my way across the apron and boarded through the forward door, something that still feels special. There's just something about walking out to the aircraft that captures the magic of flying, which air bridges often lack these days. Seating is in a 2-2 format and we have the new retrofitted seat today. Legroom is way above the normal average, and every seat has its own tray table and drop-down phone holder. There's also a coat hook, manual window blind with extra large window, and overhead reading lights and personal air vents. The seats also recline on CityFlyer. So all on board, and we're actually on the way. We're actually moving as we speak, so that says something about the efficiency of the BA CityFlyer operation. We're all boarded in just under 5 minutes, everybody on board, and before I could even get a piece done, we are taxiing out to the runway. So there we go. That's a major selling point for CityFlyer, surely.
Once the captain has switched the signs off and it is safe to move around, do take care when opening overhead lockers, as items may fall out and cause.
So all up in the climb now, about 34,000 feet on this Embraer 190 aircraft with BA down to Barcelona, and it's a glorious, glorious sunny day up here. It always is amongst those clouds, but before we took it off, the weather was really getting worse in London City. Lots of rain, lots of wind, and it went very, very dark, so it was a little bit bumpy on the way up, as suspected. But I'm sat here now. James, the lovely cabin crew member, it's a great name that, has just come and started its service in economy. Now, the difference between Euro Traveller and CityFlyer being the product we're flying on today, is that they comp everything in economy. So you can have an alcoholic beverage, you can have a glass of wine and beer, as I am right now. You can have spirits, you can have soft drinks, whichever, and there's also a choice of snacks. So today there was a choice of sweet and salty popcorn, ready salted crisps, or a Nature Valley oat golden syrup oat bar. So I went for the ready salted crisps. They were really nice, sort of hand cooked crisps. And I have to say, I'm not a huge, if I'm, dare admit it on my YouTube, I'm not a huge fan of Brewdog beer. But this transatlantic IPA is really, really light. If you look at the colour of it, it's a really nice beer. And I remember last year when British Airways were running the competition for a member of the public to design the can, and that's the winning design, which I think is quite nice. It's quite fitting. It's very British, and it's very BA. So no complaints at all. I've looked out with the seat next to me because that's empty, which is a real winner. So I'm just sat back in my own little pub in the sky, bag of crisps, a lovely beer on the way down to Barcelona. I then sat and had a small snooze before waking up to an announcement from the flight deck about the approach. They said it would be very bumpy owing to large and scattered thunderstorms in the Barcelona area. We all strapped in, and yes, he wasn't wrong.
welcome to Barcelona, where the time is 4:10 in the afternoon. When asked, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened until the signs from the cabin have been switched on. When it is safe to leave your seat, you take care when opening overhead lockers as items may move which could fall out and cause injury. Before you do leave the aircraft today, please do make sure you have all your personal belongings and hand luggage with you. Should you require any assistance here at all at the airport, please contact any of our ground colleagues here. They'll be more than happy to help.
Now, I have to admit, BA CityFlyer really does hit different. It's one of the few parts of the British Airways operation where you can almost always rely on consistency. Comfortable cabins, genuinely friendly crew, and a level of service that feels personal and polished. If CityFlyer serves your route, I'd honestly recommend choosing it over Gatwick or Heathrow. It's just a smoother, more enjoyable way to fly. From Barcelona's El Prat Airport, I've been James Warren Oliver, and I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss another upload. Plenty more aviation, travel and hotel content coming your way. See you in the next one.